Hi, I'm Mac McCarthy, and I help people with their breakups. And today we have more than just a breakup; it's a possible divorce, and I believe there's been some possible cheating going on, and they were in a long-term thing. Excuse me, a long-distance relationship. So there's a lot of, and thank you to the guy that wrote this because he gave me the short version, and he gave me a lot of details in that short version, so I could help out quite a bit. And if you got a breakup story that you want to share and want to get my take in a YouTube video, please visit writemac.com. Or if you'd like to book a live coaching session, get some deeper clarity, and also maybe look at ways you could move forward with your life and not be one of those people that's constantly obsessed with getting your ex back. You want to move on for yourself. You want to move forward for yourself, and if your ex comes back, it's a bonus, is what I like to say. Okay. So he starts out, oh, wow, where do I start? Maybe I should write a book and then go from there. Well, up to you. But thank you for the short version in this case. Married 10/10/2010. You like the number 10? I got out of the Army in 2008, which is when and where I met her. She was a law student. I proposed in 1/1/2009, so you knew each other about a year or under a year. Married in 10/10/2010. Everything was so awesome. I mean, great. She is from NY, I'm assuming New York, and I am from NC, maybe North Carolina. So we moved to be in New York around her family. I was lost being out of the Army, so I turned to drugs. It got bad. So I moved to North Carolina to get clean. So probably being out of your element and away from your family was a little bit tough, but I give you a little applause for getting clean. Good for you, man. I got clean extremely fast, so that tells me something about the environment, and NY was not serving you probably. I got clean extremely fast, obtained 2.5 college degrees, gained a job at a large bank. Well, you're a high achiever, aren't you? And make an insane amount of money. I drive a BMW. Well, good for you. We stayed in love all through this, determined to get through it. Her parents, well, her mom now hates me because she accused me of stealing, which I did not, and I have proof. Well, what did she accuse you of stealing? I mean, what was it? Why was it that she accused you of stealing? I would need to know more about that to give you my take. I think she knows that too. So the mom, let's just say the mom doesn't like you. That does not work in your favor no matter what. Mom's opinions do count, and over time they can weigh on a relationship. I was in school when all that happened, but her mom and her brother never liked me because I stood up for myself and I don't let anyone talk down to me or my wife. Well, good for you. I've said this before, the family comes with the woman, the family comes with the partner, and you can't really change that. And if this is true that you're saying like you stood up for yourself, I don't know in what way, you got to stay by your values. And if you're ex-military and stuff, that's a big deal to you probably, and I applaud you for it. Well, now it's been 4 years away from my wife, and last December she decided it wasn't working. So you've been in long distance for 4 years, but now I have a chance to relocate to New York for work, like we had always planned. 4 years is a long time for long distance, so I don't know how often you were getting to see each other, but that's tough. Even though you're killing it and you're making really good money, you still need to have that interaction, especially if she's your wife. But just yesterday, I caught her with another guy. Of course, I showed myself. I have PTSD. I'm a vet, and I'm an ex-druggie. Okay. These are all identity statements. When you say, I have PTSD, I'm a vet, and I'm a ex-druggie. So you identify yourself as a veteran. So you've been to war, you've been in the Army, you have PTSD, which means post-traumatic stress syndrome. My father was in Vietnam and also has the same thing, so I'm familiar with this actually. And I feel for you. I mean, that's a tough thing to go through, and I don't like the fact that you're identifying yourself as an ex-druggie. I think that has a negative tone. I think you're someone you've come clean, you've come out of it. You're a clean individual. You're not just an ex-druggie, okay? You made it through. Right now, who you are is you are a confident individual that works at a large bank, makes good money, drives a BMW. So you have that going for you too. So yeah, I screwed up, but I wanted to make me and her work, and I did a 360 like no other. I take being married very seriously. Well, that's good. Take those vows, it's a big deal. She has not filed for divorce yet, so I'm willing to talk through hell and back. Okay. You caught her with another guy. In what way? First question. Are you going to be able to deal with that moving forward, that she was seeing someone? You know, even if you were to get back together, are you going to be able to forgive her for that? Or are you going to be able to trust her again? I'm willing to watch. She has not filed for a divorce yet. Okay. Are you in the talks of divorce? You mean that it's coming, or she's mentioned it? That would be a question. I'm 38, she's 34. I don't know what to do. I've seen your videos, and I'm wondering, does this really work? And if it does, then wow. But I'm willing to do anything. I don't want to be a player like most guys. You get hurt one too many times, and then what's the point? Start being. All right. Well, I mean, so maybe in your past you've had some bad relationships where you got hurt. You don't necessarily need to be a player when you're single again. You can be looking for a long-term relationship. And there's plenty of women in their 30s that's all they want. I would say a majority in their 30s want a long-term relationship. So don't start creating this storyline that everyone gets hurt when they're single and has to meet someone new. You get hurt one or too many times, and what's the point? Start being mean, you know? You start being mean. That's you. But I just want to reinvent myself maybe and show her that I'm the same guy she fell in love with at first sight. And she always told me, any help would be great. Well, the fact that she said she fell in love with you at first sight means she's highly attracted to you probably. Being in your military, you probably take care of yourself. You're in good shape. So that's a big one. There's 3 pillars. There's attraction, there is trust, and there's connection. I'm guessing that trust has been broken for you, and connection has been broken a little bit based on the fact that her family has some issues with you, and you've lived apart for 4 years. I don't know how often you get to see each other, but that's why she's probably been seen with another guy. Now, what you need to do is take a step back right now, because you got a lot of emotion. I could read it. And you got a lot of things going through your head. You need to take a step back, refocus, just keep going to work, keep showing up to work, keep doing an exercise routine if you got that, and take some inventory of what's going on. The idea that you're willing to walk through hell and back, stay the night there, and even move to hell for eternity only to live my life out with her is not going to serve you long term, and it's not what she's looking for, I don't think. This is a determined act where you're going, I'm going to go all in, I'm going to do all this. With relationships, it doesn't work that way if she's seeing someone else. You can't will her to come back to you by literally wearing your heart on your sleeve. You are in a good position, it sounds like. You're clean, you got a great job, you're taking care of yourself. The only part that seems puzzling to me is that you've lived apart for 4 years. That's the big puzzle to me. Why was that? And does she doesn't want you to move back to New York? And how often were you seeing each other? Those are the holes in the story that I'm not getting. But right now, also, I don't know the interactions you've had, or what was her claim after you caught her with another guy. Did she seem sorry about it? Does she want to continue seeing the guy? So I appreciate the short versions, but we'll probably have to go back over some of this, possibly in a live coaching, which would dig deeper, because right now you got a lot of things going on, and I believe that being disconnected for 4 years, I don't know if you know each other as well as you think. So that would be another question I have. So this is probably going to be followed up, but for right now, if you're feeling highly emotional and needy and reckless, which I can understand, and you said sorry for the misspelling. I've been shaking and messed up since. Saturday when I hit the fan. And being that you were an drug user and you had a problem with this before, I'd like to encourage you to stay away from that in this moment, because this is a time sometimes when people relapse, and just be cognizant of that, because that's not what you need right now. What you need to do is keep going to work, and if you want to, you can seek counseling or a therapist to talk about this stuff and get it out. But right now, what I will tell you is it doesn't sound like you did anything wrong, okay? And you shouldn't be blaming yourself. The fact that you've cleaned up and you've done so well for yourself is great. As you said, awesome. But right now, that time apart where she's living in New York, she's built a separate life there, it sounds like, and I would, her seeing another guy, are you going to be able to forgive her for that? Are you going to be able to trust her again? Because you take marriage so seriously. Are you going to be able to deal with that if you even got back together? Okay, so I hope that helps you. Please visit rightmac.com if you have a breakup that you'd like to share and get a YouTube video made, or if you'd like to book a live coaching. Thank you.